Yo, what's good? So I think you can only make 3 videos a day. This is gonna be my last video of the day here. All right, and I want to talk about here people in authority that are, and I've made this videos like this incessantly before, that are abusing their power for, number one, immoral, okay, behavior, and then two, for people that are underneath you that you are either trying to protect, okay, and you're put in a position of public trust. So, hope everybody's doing well and safe today. So I want to talk about this California prison guard named Tina Gonzalez. Okay, very pretty girl. Man, this car, I'm driving this car. You know how it is, they pull up when you're driving straight, they act like they want to make a right turn, but they don't have a right of way. Man, that kind of startled me a little bit, but Ms. Gonzalez, and also an Instagram model. I think she was trying to do some modeling. Was charged, I guess, for inappropriate behavior. Okay, that's a pretty serious charge there, especially if you work for a state with an inmate. Okay, I guess they're getting hard of cracking down on people in positions of authority or public trust that are dealing with their subordinates. Okay. I guess pretty much like abuse in so many words. Yeah, that she was arrested, and she did make bail. All right, I guess for making out in front of 11 other inmates with one inmate. All right, so if she was doing that with one inmate, she was probably doing that with plenty other inmates or whatever, including probably some of her employees. But you know, the thing that gets me is, look, I'm not trying to say immoral behavior is the right thing to do. Okay, you will answer to the Most High during the day of judgment or whatever. Okay, but it should be with somebody, ladies, you really care about. All right, before you think about you want to give your box to, okay, or maybe your husband. All right, I mean, for it to be doing something like that in front of 11 inmates, all right, this is something that is, I think, that's lewd, distasteful, and man, it's just immoral to the point where, I mean, it's really sickening or whatever. Okay, she might as well just have an orgy. I mean, look, it's disgusting to talk about these things, but let's just get to the point of immoral behavior from the people from public trust. I made videos about preachers, people like work in the school system, all right, and now the prison system or whatever. Okay, now I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I don't know, man. You know, there is limits to these alternative lifestyles. Okay, and this woman, she's like 27 or 28. Okay, end up messing up her whole life, career and life. Okay, the chance of probably, let's just say, if she could have stuck around for 10 more years. Okay, then she probably could have been retired, chilling, making a pension or whatever. Okay, but rather, she's out of a job. All right, for sitting there screwing her inmates. Okay, I had a guy that hit me up today based off the one that I did off the transsexual sexual man that won the woman's Nevada title. They hit me up about there was a man that played himself as a woman that was raping women in prison or whatever. All right, shout out to that brother. Okay, but again, when you do stuff like that, you betray the public trust, the people that you're supposed to protect and serve, okay, and uphold the law, okay, and to guard and shield the innocent. All right, then you are making out with them, okay, abusing your authority. Okay, now I said enough about the men. Yeah, I want to make some about the women. Today's Women's Day. Actually, I made 2 other videos about the women. I told y'all I'm not gonna leave anybody out. Okay. Look, I know that it's hard. We're humans, carnal in the flesh or whatever. All right, but if you don't do anything else, okay, whether you are a believer, and if you're a believer, you shouldn't be doing these things, okay, you shouldn't. But whether you are or not, things are handled with decency and order. That being said, you know, she's an Instagram model. She probably could have, I'm saying as a suggestion, maybe they had a relationship with maybe another, maybe police officer, okay, if I don't recommend it. It probably wouldn't have been a big deal as if it was a man that came to her. All right, because it seems like that's just the way it is. It's not a big deal if a woman comes to a man, maybe the warden or maybe the chief of prison security or any other man outside of that. Hopefully it's a decent man. You know, there's women teachers and stuff like that. Also, you know, I don't know, other positions of public trust. Preachers, women preachers, which are not supposed to be preaching anyway, all right, or Jezebels or whatever, that's having inappropriate relationships with their subordinates or people that they're trying to help, okay? And trust me, I know things like this happen from time to time, but this is pretty much some low life type stuff, okay? The people that you're trying to protect, all right, then you're pretty much you're abusing your power. That's all I'm saying. It's just something to stimulate, you know, thought or whatever. I still have yet to get back on some of these preachers or whatever, okay? Some of these, even some of these YouTube preachers, all right, about using their power, okay? Say for an example, it wouldn't make no sense, all right, for a person, a preacher, right, that maybe he's in the South, for instance, okay, Georgia or Florida, all right, that wants to maybe preach, all right, that abuses his authority and maybe preach about what another man's looking at, and it is wrong, okay, looking at stuff they ain't supposed to look at, or what he's doing in another person's house, tapping in, you know, people's phones and tapping in people's conversations or whatever, and then, okay, got a whole wife at home, and, you know, being somewhere like in the DMV or somewhere like DC or Baltimore, maybe claiming to go maybe see their family, but, you know, in conjunction, you know, running the streets after 11 o'clock with a whole wife at home, all right, doing stuff behind her back that he wouldn't be able to do at home, okay? See, it's stuff like that that the Most High is going to keep in consideration, okay? And, you know, it's one thing if, just say if you know, or you want to touch and go. Like, I try to touch on subjects and I keep it pushing or whatever. And people are going to do whatever they want to do. But just something just to give some insight, and I do give examples from incidents like Miss Gonzalez or whatever, okay? But what's going on after 11 o'clock? You see, I'm a 50-year-old man, all right, or whatever, okay? I just turned 50 a month ago, all right? I've been there, done that, all right? The stuff that maybe if you're around 40 or so, 45, that you think about doing, I've already tried it, okay? And it does say, I believe it's Ephesians or whatever, Paul says that there's nothing new under the sun, okay? But people that do stuff like that, you know, again, that's spying on other men or whatever, all right, do not need to be, you know, doing stuff like that, you know, behind their wife. All right, more than likely, because again, I say it's nothing really going on good after 11 o'clock. But back to Miss Gonzalez, I believe that even with women, there's more women are doing this stuff, and they're starting to lock these women up now, okay? But just something to consider when you're in a position of authority or whatever, okay, that you're not supposed to be doing these things, all right? Be it if you're like prison guard or you're, you know, spiritual leader or whatever, and you're trying to enforce other people not to do, you know, the same thing that you may, okay, say that you don't like, because you see, you're going to enforce whatever that you won't do, but then turn around and do you know, other types of, you can't do that though, all right? You have to do things all around the board, okay? And this is what Tina Gonzalez, one of the things that she had failed to do, okay? But again, there's limits or whatever with these lifestyles or whatever, and I can tell you it's really not worth it to mess up your freedom, your money or whatever, okay, dealing with some BS. Now I'm done talking about this matter here, but it's just something to think about, all right, for you guys like in these positions like military or government positions and so forth, to sit there and mess up your life, you know, over somebody that doesn't have anything to offer you, okay, including your spiritual leaders. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, stimulate some thought. Peace and blessings. All right, stay tuned for the next video.